Next, we're going to work on creating a rough mix. But I'm noticing something. A lot of the waveforms or the track's level are pretty low. I tend to work with much higher levels. I find it much easier to create a rough mix when all my tracks are normalized or a lot louder. And it's also a great way of noticing the dynamics of each track. So let's go over here in our tracks, hold on Alt on the PC, Option on the Mac, and click over here and switch it to Extreme, which makes all the tracks bigger so we can see this process a lot easier. Then we're going to go up here to the View menu, under Clip, and choose Clip Gain Line, and choose Clip Gain Info. So now we can change the gain of our clips or audio items and see the change right over here. Or we could do it over here. Let's bring it up just big enough so it fills up most of the screen. But leave a little headroom so it doesn't go over. Right about there looks good, which is about 10 dB hotter. Let's scroll down and do this on every track. On the snare. Now you don't have to do this. I just prefer to. The hi-hat is probably not going to be that loud, so we can keep it a bit lower. Here's our floor tom. And just make sure we don't go over. The overheads, right about there. The drum room. The bass DI. And the amp. The same with the acoustic guitar. Make sure I don't go over. The electric guitar. This also gives us a chance to look over our tracks when they come in and how dynamic they are. The Mellotron, the piano, the slide guitar, the eighth note guitar looks pretty good, so I'll leave it. Now, lead vocal is very dynamic. As we can see, over here, it's pretty quiet, and over here. So if we bring it up all the way, still a bit low on these sections. So let's do this a bit differently. Let's hold down Control on the PC, Command on the Mac, and create a point right here, and bring that up separately from the others. Just to match the level over here. And do the same, create a point here and here, bring this up, just to keep it more even compared to these parts. And the same thing at the end. Put a point here and here, bring these up. We're going to refine this more later, but for now, this is much better. And the background vocals look pretty good, so let's leave those alone. Let's switch back to medium and turn off Clip Gain Line and Clip Gain Info. This is what we have, with our waveforms a lot bigger. So now we're ready to create a rough mix. But because these levels are hotter, we want to make sure we don't overload the 2-bus or the master. So let's go to the mix window, under Window, Mix, and here's our mixer. And let's bring down all the faders just a bit. And let's check that out by creating a master bus fader. So we'll go to Track, New. We'll create a stereo, master fader, and we can name it right here, which is a new feature in Pro Tools 2019. We can name the track in advance. Let's create it over here, and we can see our levels if we're overloading our master 2-bus. So let's start off by selecting all the other tracks and grouping them. Control G on the PC, Command G on the Mac. And let's group all these tracks. We'll name it Temp, as it's going to be temporary. We'll bring these faders down and check our levels over here.
I've got scars on my skin and in my mind. I've seen things that I hope you can't find. Where do we go?
So that's a good starting point. So I can go over here and turn off this group and now blend the tracks separately. So I'm going to run through it and create a rough mix, adjusting the faders and the pans along the way. So let's give it a shot.
I've got scars on my skin and in my mind. I've seen things that I hope you can't find. Where do we go when the passion is gone? What if nothing is left that turns you on?
Notice I'm panning things separately to keep things out of each other's way.
It's been 13 years and the days are growing short. I wish that I could roll back time. I'd relive all of our pain, but I wouldn't change anything. Where do we go? It's not the end. I hope you know I'm not giving up.
I'm noticing it's starting to overload. So let's turn the group back on and bring it down.
We go. It's not the end.
Then we can turn the group back off.
No, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I've got scars on my skin and in my mind.
So that's a pretty good start. In the next video, we're going to create some markers and start refining some of these sounds.